Hey, what is up YouTube? It is Designer Reviews coming to you guys with a brand new series of videos that's going to show you guys how to spot fake Polo Ralph Lauren clothing. Now you guys can think of this series as an updated version from my previous video on this channel, which was a comparison between real and fake Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. So I titled the first video of this series The Overview, which you guys are watching right now, because we're not taking a look at any specific type of Polo Ralph Lauren clothing, but rather we're going to take a look at different types of features of Polo Ralph Lauren clothing. So with that said, guys, in this video we're going to take a look at collar labels, size labels, price tags, pony logos, and with that said, we're going to take a look at big pony logos as well as small pony logos, and finally we're going to discuss what the quality in Polo Ralph Lauren clothing feels like. So with all said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get right into it. Okay, on your screen right now, on the left-handed side, you guys are seeing the older design collar labels, whereas on the right-handed side, you guys are seeing the newer design collar labels. One immediate difference is the newer design collar labels are navy blue with neat gold writing, and this applies to both the collar labels as well as the size labels. One of the most immediate difference between the older design collar labels and the newer design collar labels is the fact that the threading color differs between the two. So as you guys are seeing right now, the threading on the older design collar labels is white, whereas on the newer design collar labels, the threading is gold. And the size label is always located towards the right of the collar label. And really, besides the color difference, the older design size labels are not that much different than the newer design size labels. But one thing to note with the size labels is that with the newer design size labels, the country of manufacturer is always located on it, and it tells you basically where the shirt or the Ralph Lauren clothing was made in. And if you turn the size label around, you can see the RN number. With the older design, you can definitely see the RN number on the other side as well, but the country manufacturer is not always located on the size label. I'll get more in depth with this when we take a look at short sleeve polo shirts, long sleeve polo shirts, as well as rugbies. So another type of label that comes with Ralph Lauren clothing, mostly on dress shirts, is what you guys are seeing on the screen right now. So guys, that I'm giving you guys a look around of this is what the newer design label of this specific label looks like. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth look at what the newer design collar labels look like compared to the older design collar labels. Honestly, if you have Ralph Lauren clothing with the newer design collar label, the chances of it being authentic are probably going to be really high, because honestly, the newer design collar labels just came out, so I don't really see any replicas getting this type of collar label at the time being. So now this section of the video, we talk about the price tags, and I'm just going to show you guys a couple different types of price tags. So generally, the most common type of price tag has Polo Ralph Lauren on one side. The one that I'm showing you guys right now is what the older design price tags look like. On the newer design price tags, they look just like the collar label as far as the fonts and everything. But with that said, if you turn it on the other side, they basically have a barcode and a style, and typically the manufacturer suggests a retail price towards the bottom. Also with that, guys, I'm also showing you guys what an outlet price tag looks like, and it's basically, you know, Polo Ralph Lauren, and it also has the price and everything like that. So honestly speaking, guys, I don't pay too much attention to the price tag. I mean, it's definitely a good indicator to know if the clothing is potentially fake or not. However, it is paper, so it's probably easily replicated. One of the main things that I look for with the price tag is where exactly in the shirt the price tag is located at. What I mean by that is that what I look for specifically is if the price tag is located at the size label, then that clothing that I'm looking at is most likely authentic. This is something I see replicas never getting right. It's either they attach the price tag at, you know, at the buttons or something like that. But on most authentic Ralph Lauren items, if the price tag is located on the size label, then it's most likely is authentic. Just a couple clothing that I have to show you basically the general spots that the price tag was located at, as you guys can see the hole. And as always, the price tag was located, you know, towards the back of the size label where the RN number is visible. So the pony logo is one of the most iconic things that makes Polo Ralph Lauren Polo Ralph Lauren. So with small pony logos, I basically look for the details in the horse specifically. So online sources have said one of the best things to look for are the horse reins, the tail, and ears. What you want to do with that is make sure that they are all visible on the horse that you're looking at. What I specifically look for on small pony logos at least are to make sure that the horse reins are visible, as well as the tail. I want to make sure that those are distinctive. So another thing I look for also with the Small Pony logo is the inside of it to check the quality of the embroidery. I make sure that the stitch right parts, which you guys are seeing on the screen right now, are stitched very well and, you know, looks credible. So with that said, guys, I'm just going to display what the Small Pony logo looks like so you guys can take an in-depth look at it and decide for yourself what you guys want to look for. So this brings me to the Big Pony logo. In my opinion, it's way easier to spot fake Big Pony logos than it is for Small Pony logos because you have much more things to look for and it's blown up on a larger scale. So the first thing I look for specifically is to make sure that the mallet is diagonal. If the mallet is straight or at a 180-degree angle, you know, then it's a red flag. If it's crooked as well, it's definitely a red flag that the shirt is most likely a fake. So another thing I look for, which is a weird trick of mine, is that I look for specific cheekbones on the player. If the player has, you know, very finite cheekbones, then it shows me that the quality of the Big Pony logo is very good and it was stitched very well onto the shirt. So that's something I look for specifically. As always, I look for the horse reins on the horse as well as the details on the horse legs as well as the tail. So with that said, guys, I'm going to show you guys what the back looks like so you guys can see the embroidery quality. So like the Small Pony logo and the Big Pony logo, I basically make sure that it's stitched very well. So I make sure that the white parts on the inside are stitched very well. So it's basically telling me it was embroidered very well. So with all said, guys, with the Big Pony logos, I make sure that the mallet is diagonal and I look for the finite cheekbones on the player. But all in all, with the pony logos, when looking at them, I stress, go with your intuition. If it looks off and you're just not getting the confidence that the pony logo is authentic, then you can definitely look at other features of the shirt when trying to authenticate it. So once more, I stress, go with your intuition if the pony logo indicates to you that the clothing is potentially a fake. So with all previously discussed in this video, this brings me to the section that talks about quality on Ralph Lauren clothing. My best advice for assessing the quality on Ralph Lauren clothing is to go with your intuition. So what I mean by that is basically if you're feeling a Ralph Lauren shirt and something in your gut is telling you this doesn't feel right, or you know you're not confident in the shirt, you definitely take a look at other types of features of Ralph Lauren clothing, such as the collar label, as well as the size label and care labels and things like that, to see if you can authenticate the shirt in another type of way. Also with that, if you're feeling the shirt and it's feeling like really good quality, but you're still not sure, you can definitely take a look at different features of the shirt as well if you're trying to authenticate it. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that as far as quality is basically intuitive, go with your gut feeling. I mean, I'm not here to tell you quality is supposed to feel like the finest cotton picked from, you know, Lord knows where. But what I'm trying to say is just go with your feeling, and basically that's it. So guys, if you enjoyed the first video of this series, I'll definitely appreciate a thumbs up as well as a subscription to my channel as well as a share of the video. Definitely stay tuned for more videos in the series that's going to talk about various types of Ralph Lauren clothing. But with all said, guys, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And for that, I hope you guys definitely have a great day. And once more, thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.